All right, everybody, welcome to another ridiculous game challenge thing. Um, I don't know what to. Oh, I've totally lost my mind. Um, so we've decided to play a game. Blinky and I. Sorry, this is Blinky and I again. We've decided to play a game against each other where we build decks that exclusively have scrolls in them that cost only one resource. Um, and it's going to take a little bit for. There we go. Okay, and he gets to go first. But as you can see, one resource decks. Now, for my money, I went ordered growth, and I left out essentially left out um, energy. Wow, I lose my mind. And the reason I decided to do that was because why did I decide to do that? Oh, I decided to do that because when you look at the one cost energy scrolls, you've got um, Copper Automaton, which would be very good, and then Potion of Resistance, and then a Relentless Gravelock. Potion of Resistance, while it's good, typically I don't think it would be fantastic against a deck that has a bunch of one-cost creatures because they're low. Anyway, because of their low attack, and so it doesn't really do enough. So for now, I'm going to pitch this Binding Root to get out a Crossbowman, and then we'll pass the turn. Now, he probably has a Ragged Wolf, so I don't know why I just did that. But next turn we can put a Heritage on it, and we'll be alright. Oh, we can even put Dryatic Power on it. Okay. So, let's go ahead and pitch this Transposition. Let's actually pitch the Heritage. That makes sense? No, I don't think it does. We'll pitch the Focus, because I think the Focus will probably do the least for us currently. And we'll get a Growth Scroll. We'll use our Eye of the Eagle. That will draw us a Ragged Wolf. Okay. And then we will put the Heritage down. We'll put the Heritage down. Yes. Okay. There we go. So now, what's nice is that we got to use both of our resources that turn, whereas on his turn, it looks like he held off either because he didn't have creatures or because he didn't have, or because he wanted to wait and do some crazy tricks. Okay. I think what we're going to do is get rid of this Royal Infantryman. I think, yes. We'll get rid of our Royal Infantryman. Okay. And then we will cast a Pother Drat. Okay. Then we will put out the Ragged Wolf here. Let our Ragged Wolf deal some damage. And then on our next turn, we can transposition these two and then put the Dryatic Power on our ranged crossbowman right here, and he can just start dealing lots of damage too. And that's if... Oh, okay. No luck. Okay. Well, we drew a lot. Let's see. That Purification will come in handy. The transposition is probably no longer of value. We will... This turn we probably want to cast 2 growth spells. Actually, let's cast one of them. We're going to cast Eye of the Eagle first. Okay, get a Sin Marked Zealot. Okay, so we have that Sin Marked. We'll probably pitch this for another growth, play out our Sin Marked Zealot, and then we'll play out our Vitriol Aura. There we go. Okay. Now he might purify us here. Oh, he doesn't have any scrolls in here. Okay. A Dryadic power. Okay. Let's see. I think we're going to pitch this Blessing of Haste. We've got ourselves a Ragged Wolf. Okay. Let's do... Let's see. We'll play out the Ragged Wolf here, I think. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's play out the Ragged Wolf here. We'll put a Heritage down on our Gentleman, and then we will put down an Illithorn Seed on our Ragged Wolf. Actually, let's go ahead and put a damage here. Does that make sense? Well, it doesn't. Eventually, we'll purify this guy, and then in the purification, take off that Dryadic power. I guess we could do that now, and that would kill him. A Heritage, okay, because he sees that we were going to target our. Okay, well let's do that then. Let's go ahead and first we'll sack for another order. We'll purify. We'll use the sacrifice attack. We'll go ahead and cast another purification, and then we'll get another Ragged Wolf on the board with an additional Illithorn Seed. Or let's get out a Dryadic power so we can sort of hold the center. There we go. And then let's protect our wolf. There we go. So not a bad spot to be in. We can sort of hold the center lane. We can let this lane go a little bit. Blessing of Haste will pitch. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we'll venture out with the focus, and we will pass the turn. Instead of putting an Illithorn Seed down on this guy, which would be a bad spot for us to have an Illithorn Seed, I think we'll hold off. Really, we should have put that wolf right here instead. So that was kind of dumb. Oh well. Got a Heritage down, okay. A useless contraption. We aren't too concerned with the useless contraption. Okay, we're going to pitch one of these focuses. Alright, we'll go ahead and put the Heritage down, and then we'll go ahead and use this focus instead of using our Sin March Zealot, so that when this guy goes, he'll still probably want to put down. I actually probably just screwed that up. I told myself I wasn't going to care about this lane, and now I'm pretending that, or now I'm acting like I care about this lane. Okay. But we sort of knew that was coming. This is kind of an interesting way to play. He's definitely in a better spot than us, I think, at this point. A Blood Boil. Yeah, I don't know that I would... Or I chose not to play Blood Boil. Just because it seems like it would be hard to capitalize on. Blessing of Haste. Okay. Alright, so we got lots of stuff. I think what we'll do is play out our Sin-marked Zealot, and we'll play out our Crossbowman. And then we can put what's on this guy? Illithorn. So there's already an Illithorn seed on that Ragged Wolf. We'll go ahead and pitch this Illithorn seed then. No. Yes. No. Yes. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. We're definitely not playing this right, guys. It's a weird deck. So we'll cast our Eye of the Eagle. We'll put down a. We'll hold off on the Dryadic Power. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have put that damage onto that Ragged Wolf, but and I would have. Oh no, there was no way I could have done that with any sort of luck. Keep discounting the Ragged Wolf play. For some reason, I keep forgetting that he actually is playing the same deck that I am. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. We get a Purification. We're not going to use it here. We're going to put it down on to kill this wolf. Then we're going to draw some scrolls. I think so. First, we're going to play out. Nope. We're going to draw scrolls first. We'll pitch a Royal Infantry. No, we'll pitch a Transportation, and we'll keep guys. Okay. Vitriol Aura sounds good. Actually, put down. Yeah, we'll apply this Vitriol Aura. We'll hold on to the rest of our stuff, and we'll pass the turn. Heritage, okay. Ah, okay. See if we can get a Blessing of Haste. That would be pertinent or valuable. So let's go ahead and pitch the second Dryadic Power. Okay, we get an Eye of the Eagle. Maybe that'll get us a Ragged Wolf, perhaps. Okay. So now we can. Oh no, we can't. Bummer. So what we're gonna do is cast the Dryadic Power here. Play out a Sin-marked or a Royal Infantry and a Sin-marked, and we'll do it away from where they can be attacked. And then we will pass the turn. No, Purification would be bad. Yeah, okay. There it happens. Quite alright, though. Okay. So if that's how his lane configuration stays, and if he doesn't cast anything else, then we can pretty well take out his lane next turn. Okay. So Vitriol Aura will pass on because we're going to be aggressive here. Okay. Play out Ragged Wolf. We'll slide our Royal Infantry up, play out a Crossbowman, put down a heritage on our Sin-marked Zealot so we can cap that Ragged Wolf next turn, and then we will pass the turn. There we go. It's looking alright for us at the moment, but that doesn't mean a whole lot, because we have a bunch of weenies, and he has a bunch of weenies that he can play out. Blessing of Haste, perhaps? Useless Contraption, okay. Oh, a Transposition. Okay, so I was about to say, it didn't seem like the best location for a wall. Okay. Oh, now we have two options on what to destroy. The Transposition, I think we're going to pass on. Alright, we'll use our second heritage sacrifice to take out. Yeah, we've got a couple turns to take care of that crossbowman, so we'll eliminate the threat at the moment. Then we'll cast out another Sin-marked Zealot. We'll put a we'll beef up this guy again, Vitriol Aura. But then we'll sort of hedge our no. Yeah, no, I think we'll stay here, so we'll keep this Dryatic power there. Keep that unit stationary. And hopefully our Sin-marked Zealot can race and be fast enough to take out this crossbowman before it does enough or does anything to us. Actually, next turn we could double focus and we could take out the wall and we could take out the... Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, at least he's going to be poisoned. Alright, so... Let's see. We're going to pitch the Purification. We're still en route to beat this crossbowman to the finish line with our gentleman here. So we'll pitch this Purification to draw some scrolls. Okay. We'll put a crossbowman here. We'll put out a Dryatic power on him. And then we will focus up this guy to take out here. And then we have a Transposition for tricks. Hopefully we don't get Blessing of Hasted, but if we do, what do you do? And yeah, maybe I should have held on to Purify. Oh well. Oh, now we have some decisions to make. All right, well let's do. Let's see. Let's hold control and check out all our stuff. All right, so this crossbowman is going to eventually kill that crossbowman. We're going to do this the hard way. Yep. No. Yep. We're going to do this the hard way. We're going to transpose these two. Then we're going to... there we go. We can pother this guy. That allows us then to save our, actually let's still use, oh, do we do any, no. Let's pitch our Blessing of, now let's pitch our Purification, let's get greedy. Let's cast a Heritage. Let's do the Sacrifice attack. So that then we can get 4 points of damage down. Give us an Eye of Eagle. It's going to give us another Zealot. And then we get to deal lots of damage. There we go. Looking pretty good at the moment. But he has a ton of scrolls in hand still, so we will see. We'll just take each challenge as they come. Hopefully we can get another transposition and put this crossbowman back in the fight after we take out this. Okay. Okay. Now that's a beefy guy. I'm going to feel really bad purifying him right now. So we'll, oh, first let's draw some stuff. Let's see, do we need double? We don't need double Blessing of Haste. Yeah, I don't think we need double Blessing of Haste right now. So we're going to draw some stuff. Oh, well, we get double Blessing of Haste anyway. Cast the Purification before we forget. Cast a Blessing of Haste. That takes that guy out. And then maybe next turn we can Blessing again. But we'll put the Sin Marked Zealot down in the back. There we go. Oh, bummer. Okay. An Illithorn Seed might be good. Binding Root's not going to matter anymore, so we're going to pitch it. I would sort of put it in the deck just to see. Not just to see, but to sort of get a better position, I guess. Or to sort of trap guys in lanes. Because you really we're only playing one cost stuff, so there's not a ton of options. So those were like, Binding Seed was like the last sort of pseudo removal scroll. We're going to cast this Eagle Eye. We already sacked for the turn, so I'm thinking Transposition, and then a Blessing of Haste. Yeah, that looks good. Transposition, and then a Blessing of Haste to take out his guy. We'll play out this Royal Infantryman here. We'll put down an Illithorn Seed here just in case, and then we'll pass the turn. As long as we can continue to deal with his threats, our guys keep ticking away on their countdowns, and we keep ourselves in a good position. And essentially, once we take out these two lanes, we can just collapse in on the center lane with our big guys. Oh, well, there, a Binding Root would have been good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to ignore those. And yes, we're ignoring these guys at this point, for the record. We're going to pitch this Illithorn Seed because we're going to be super aggressive. Okay. Let's see. That crossbowman can take out this row by himself. So, oh wait, this guy can't. Oh no, he can't move. So if that's the case, we can do this, and then this, and then play out a focus and a focus. Oh, actually, let's maybe do a little bit of. No, let's just get super aggressive here and play out another focus. And then we will pass the turn. Probably not the best play. We probably should have done something with these two resources, but we're in a pretty good spot at this point. And he plays out a cross movement. Okay. And a ragged wolf. Okay. So we get a heritage now. Well, actually, we'll just use that heritage for our draw ability for the turn, so that we can save our resources. And all right, we'll get our zealot out of the way. Play out a ragged wolf. We'll beef up. Yeah, if he has a purification, we're gonna be not happy, but we'll play like he doesn't. Okay. And then pass the turn. Depending on what he does here, he might just move his whole team over and attack this lane. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should have put the Dryadic power there instead, but I wanted to make sure that guy could be mobile, but now it doesn't really matter because he's dead. Vital, okay. Spiky's gonna do some damage. Okay. Alright, now what we're going to do is what I call the reversal. I don't know if that's really what I'm going to call it, but first we're going to pitch this Dryadic power. Okay. Then we're going to slide over. Oh, and we get a transposition, so we win. And then that is the game, I think. Yes. Wow. That was pretty ridiculous. I like the one cost deck, so you can see some real crazy battles there. So anyway, thanks for watching the silliness. I hope you learned something. If not, I hope you had a good time. So check out Blinky's video as well. It was, I'm sure it was interesting from his side. So until next time.